in the 254 stroke. Let's go sidecar racing.
Yeah, right. Awesome stuff there. Brought to you by Obsolete Iron Motors, and looks to be Dennis Charlotte just getting the good jump and taking the line away from Andy Scrivener. So it is Dennis Charlotte will lead out of Castrol and on to the back straight with Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen riding behind them. So we watch them. They go down the back straight. Jared and Kelly Winter, they got a good start there in third place with Gordy McEwen and Louis Scrivener doing a bit of a move down the back straight, maybe for third place. We'll have a look at them. Also, Andy looking for a move into the John Jones Steel left-hander. He's not close enough. Neither is Gordy. So Jared and Kelly Winter will hold on to third place. But Dennis Charlotte, he did this in the previous two races. He flies out off the line in the hole shot corner. And now Andy Scrivener, Tina McEwen, they are right on the back of him. So this is a carbon copy of the start they had last time around. Jared and Kelly Winter still in third place with Gordy McEwen and Louis Scrivener doing the pasturing there. Dave MacArthur and Tony New back in fifth place. So that battle for third, fourth and fifth, that's been electric all weekend as we see Dennis Charlotte just cut off the line and stop Andy Scrivener, but Andy all over the back of him as they cross the line. This is a big 10-lapper. So a 10-lapper brought to you by Obsolete Iron Motors in Pleasant Point. Jared and Kelly Winter crossed the line there, third place with Gordy McEwen and Louis Scrivener having a better run this time. But Dennis Charlotte, the Mega Motorcycle Centre man, will lead them on to the back straight with Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen right there behind them.
There we go, 83 to have that advantage, and of course last week it was only the 8 number on there, and now they've put a bigger 8, a better 8, and the 3 to match it, so we've actually got the same number to match the program. And the machine itself, well, it's had a fiberglass body over the top, but certainly now getting that LCR chassis to start to work. And I'm really enjoying the words of Andy Scrivener. Andy put up a very sincere apology during the week, folks, and please, fellow riders, if you've got one thing to say this week, make sure you give Andy a bit of a pat on the back or just say well done. That is a very honourable thing. Yes, he's well aware of the incident that was caused by a hiccup, but it wasn't due to bad maintenance. It was not due to anything, and you can't say that it was one class or the other. We've all had races stop for some reason or other, and he put up a word and he said, yes, come and smack me round if you have to. That was how vicious he sort of got with it. And I was only too quick to get on Facebook. There's many times Facebook, we never answer any of the challenges that are put out there, but when he put that one out, I said, no, mate, you are humble, you're honest, you're sincere, and an all-round nice guy to do it. And I think what he's done is fantastic, and I also think it's put him in a better body and mind shape when it comes to racing back here and down south. He has kept his head up high, and his fellow competitors, the least you can do, guys and girls, is to say well done, because he laid it on the line and said exactly what he felt, and the reality of it was he is a great guy for doing it. So well done. That's a little bit of the story from last week, and he's held it up here, and who knows, he could go all the way on to a championship. And it's been a long time between drinks for him to win a national championship, and he has a real opportunity to do so this year, so look out for it. Love the irony or the sarcasm that's extended, because there's places around the bike where it says sponsor sticker, and of course there isn't a sponsor sticker because they haven't got one, but they just mentioned this is where sponsor stickers go. So I think it's just a lovely way of saying, hey, they haven't got any big names with them. They have friends and family to get behind them and support them. Obviously works a full-time thing to keep them on a racetrack as well, and they just love the sport. They've come all the way from Taupo right up there on the Central Plateau. They'll be at home for the final round, so that's a bit of a bonus for that one, but to come to Ruapuna is certainly a long way to come. And sidecar's not the easiest thing. You can't go and throw them just on one little trailer and say, well, we can get a backup bike there as well. They take a far bigger unit, and to protect them for security and the elements, etc., you need generally a covered-in trailer and a decent big one at that. So the logistics of taking a sidecar around the country much tougher than just a two-wheel motorcycle. So good to see. And again, we see this sort of the 2-3. There's 5 of our chairs here, and they've really made a bit of a duel out here, because we've got 2 of them in the front, and we've been watching and talking about the Andy and Dennis show significantly. But then it's a battle of the rest, and who wants to be on the podium to join? Because any of these 3, look at that, the old statement, throw a tea towel and you'll cover the lot. Look at that. Oh, there we go, there we go. Changes coming up. Gordy doing it. Gordy doing it over Jared and Dave MacArthur in behind him. I'd love to see Dave get up, because we've seen the other 2 get that 3rd place, but then it's Dave's turn to make it through there as well. So a little bit of a challenge that's been put out there to say, hey, we haven't got enough entries to make a championship class, but remembering this is only 2 legs of the championships. When we go to the North Island, there is a greater dominance of sidecars. We'll see more of them, and it will make the numbers. So if it was a one-off race, whole different story. You'd say, no, it wasn't a championship. But being part of the championship, there's still an opportunity. And at the time when the racing was done, it was certainly, there was enough entries. Unfortunately, not all of those entries made it to the start line. So numbers are down, but the quality is still there. The racing is there. And for me, in seeing Andy Scrivener as the sportsman he is out there is great. And what about the acknowledgement he's given as well to Dennis? And he's effectively saying, hey, we love this. Come on, you other two-wheel riders out there, have a go and come sidecar racing and see what it's like. And Dennis is honourable to say, thanks for the invite, guys. I'm loving it out there. I'm enjoying your racing. I like your sportsmanship. I like your camaraderie, your code of ethics, the things that you live by, your principles that you race by. And he's just loving it, and they're appreciating the new kid on the block in reality, because he's done it in all other forms of the sport. 125 GP, 250 GP, go to 250 production, 300 production, go to Pro Twins, go to Super Bikes, go to Super Sport. That guy has won all of those New Zealand titles. There's only 2 he's not won. That's Super Lights and Sidecars. And what's he doing this year? Super Lights and Sidecars. Could he become the ultimate rider in New Zealand by winning every championship class? He says he's young. He's only 50. He's got an opportunity to still do it with years to come. And if he can get his machinery sorted out and get a little bit more track time and some experience on him, who knows what he'll do when he comes to North Island. Because to him, doesn't matter what track you go to, he can conquer them all. Great sport and good updates here, Brad, courtesy of Obsolete Iron, right there in Pleasant Point.
Yeah, Andy Scrivener, he'll cross the line, and there will be 4 laps to go in this 10-lapper for the sidecars. Andy Scrivener, Tina McEwen in charge of this one with a big 5.5-second lead. Back to Dennis Charlotte, who's only just come off the SV 650 twin in his Superlight race, so he'll be feeling that. But Dennis Charlotte out there in second place, and Jared and Kelly Winter, after having a great battle with Gordy McEwen before, they have consolidated their third place and have a decent 2.7 second lead. So we've got Gordy McEwen and Louis Scrivener in 4th place, with Dave MacArthur and Tony New right there in 5th place. So we've had some great little battles for 3rd, 4th and 5th over the weekend, and it's been a real class act from Andy Scrivener out in front.
Loving watching it. It's certainly great, courtesy of Yamaha's Zero down on the R family. Yes, indeed, the limited time offer includes all new road motorcycles. 0 down. Yes, indeed, the R family. What about the R3, the R6, the R1? They're all in there. Put 0 down. So they're 0 deposit, and you are owning a world-class road bike. Yes, indeed, with YMF, Yamaha Motor Finance, YMI, Yamaha Motor Insurance, Yamalube, quality lubricant, specially designed for Yamaha motorcycles, with also, of course, Yamaha genuine parts. And talking about it in there, of course, at yamaha-moto.co.nz. 0 deposit finance offer is available to approved applicants of the Yamaha Motor Finance access at the all high output motorcycles. The offer is available while stocks last, and participating dealers at the fixed rate secured consumer term loan of 36 months on YMF standard terms and conditions apply. The offer ends on the 30th of April this year. Credit criteria or interest rate, fees, charges and terms and conditions, you know all the stuff, and the opportunity to do that. So there's the pricing, there's the information, there it is all on the website. Take an opportunity and check it out. 0 down on the R family. You can 0 down, all right, and with 0 deposit. What about an R3? You can ride it, you can commute it, you can scoot it, you can take it to work, you can take it on the highway. It would be a fantastic bike. And then you can also whip it out on the racetrack at the weekend. So you will love it. R3, just one of the great bikes from Yamaha. Revs your heart. great to see as we acknowledge more of our sponsors, including in the program. We go to Suzuki, own the racetrack, winner of more New Zealand superbikes than any other manufacturer. Yes, indeed, GSXR 1000R from 06 to 016 inclusive, and then of course did it again in 018 and all on track to do it again in 19 with the incredible piloting by Scott Moyer and Sloane Frost and leading the charge there at the moment. So massive congratulations and thanks there. Pirelli, of course, power is nothing without control in these amazing tyres from the world-class manufacturer. And remembering DHL, running a business from home. See how DHL is taking small business owners to all corners of the world. Ship today with your DHL Express and get up to 30% offer, 30% off. So check out that offer that's available. Talk to one of our certified international specialists about creating a customised solution for your business on 0800 345 745. What's the region that the Dutch greatest company DHL has gone global? Of course, they've linked with companies in New Zealand like Courier Post, and so they've matched it with a global destination, but the best reach in New Zealand as well. There is no other to measure them, and they are the best, undisputed. DHL, your global logistics with excellence, simply and delivered. Check it out, DHL. Just more of our great sponsors on the cards with our update coming out there, Brad. And can we see Dave MacArthur being the only one that hasn't got to the podium yet? Has he got a chance to get there in third place? Is he close enough, or is it really going to be one of the other two that we've already had?
I think it might be one of the other two, but the battle for third really heating up. So we see Andy cross the line and then followed by Nana Charlotte. So those two, they're out the front and gone. A dominant performance all weekend from Andy Scrivener and Tina McEwen. But the battle for third is the one we look out for. And looks like Gordy McEwen has got up into third over Jared and Kelly Winter. So with 1 lap to go when they cross the line, this is going to be all on. And Dave MacArthur and Tony New have just slipped off the back a little bit of that group. But good work from Gordy McEwen. He had the fast pace early on. And then look at this, Jared and Kelly. They're going to come around the outside into the S's and they're going to get it done. So what a move. Now around the outside in a sidecar, that is not a classical manoeuvre, but he's got it done. Well done to Jared and Kelly Winter, but then have a look at the green machine. Gordy McEwen's machine is great down this back straight, so out of the corner they come. And I think we've swapped them over again. So Gordy McEwen back into third place, so the battle for the podium is really coming alive.
Wow, what a good race it is indeed, and we've seen just how well that Jared and Kelly can do it, and just when you thought, yeah, they've got this one and they've nailed it, then we see a team come back again. So Gordy and Lewis out there, just fantastic to see. Wow, talking about tight battles, well, these guys are sorting it all out. So the women doing a great job. Two fantastic lady swingers here today, Tina, and there is the checkered flag, Tina, of course, and Kelly. Congratulations, ladies. I think it is just so good when you see the ladies doing what they're doing. They are braver than I am. I don't think I could do 10 tenths around here. Yes, I've been a swinger before in a practice run, but it was nowhere near at 10 tenths, and I thought what we were doing at probably 6 or 7 tenths was fast enough and far enough for me to hang on. So to what these ladies do is amazing. Remember, of course, we had a woman champion last year in young Kendall Dunlop, and Kendall got to swing on the back of the 111 of Pete Goodwin, who went on to take the New Zealand Championship. So we had a woman championship swinger last year. We had Tracy Bryan from a couple of years before as well. So the ladies certainly know how to swing and do a sensational job. So there we go, Brad. I think we've had a repeat of no, not a repeat of the last one, a repeat of yesterday's race with Andy, Dennis and Gordy in that order. Well, we know of the star that Grant Ramage is and the dedication he's done to the sport, the amazing work he does, working alongside Road Race Commissioner, of course, and Greg Percival, so leader of the pack and life member here at South Canterbury Motorcycle Club, a real all-round nice guy, but also special to see our brother Pete here today. I spotted Pete going past before, so for those that have known him, he's a former commission person as well in Motorcycling New Zealand days, so a totally dedicated family, and they're both here to remember their brother Alan, who lost his life here at Levels many years ago, and we're about to come up will be this special race for the Alan Ramage Memorial. So thank you Pete and Grant for joining us. How many other times do you want to see a family recognised in our sport? And these guys do it so well. Here we are with our 300s to get in there. Looking at that, looking at that. Here we are, keen and great to see on board as well. All right, Lewis, you get the microphone each time. Look, it's these two guys, they seem to be able to bolt out there each time, and it's any of you others. So it could, last time, of course, it was Jared and Kelly. It could be Dave back in there as well. The three of you having some great battles, ain't you?
Yeah, between the third, fourth and fifth, it's been so close. It's every race it's changing, and big ups to Dave and Tony and Jared and Kelly. That race there showed it was really competitive, and it could have gone to anyone, and I'm just real stoked to be back up here, and I think this gets us third for the round, so pretty happy.
Good work. Hopefully we'll see you on the podium later today to prove that point. Hey, from a point of view of racing, you to come down here to Levels as a visitor, what do you think of this place?
Oh yeah, it's quite good. There's a lot of changing for a passenger, and the bus stop's really hectic. It's hard to get used to, but yeah, it's real good fun. Nice
to see Gordy. You've literally got an apprentice. He's a new kid in the team. What's involved in training and having that trust in somebody brand new like that?
Well, we do drink a lot at night, just to pretend we're still young, like Lewis here. He's introduced us to a new drink, Nitro, all the way. But yeah, we had a bit of a mare this morning, so he told me I better pull my finger out and put him on the podium again. And just one more thing, I'd like to thank Stephen Medrick at No Neck Racing. He couldn't be here today, but he's a good supporter.
Nice work. Here. Lovely work. Great speeches by the two of them, and well done. All right, here we are with more of our riders to head out. Dennis, luckily you've taken your helmet off. Back-to-back motos. Do you think you could add a word to the organisers about putting something between them?
Yeah, it happens all the time. Doesn't matter what classes I'm in, I end up back-to-back. So getting fairly used to it, but you know, I enjoy it. You know, like I could go out there and do half an hour out there. It's just I just love it, so I just go out there and do it. It's no problem.
All right, Will, whole brand new man in front of you there. How's he been?
Oh, he's been pretty smooth actually, but there's some dicey moments out there at a couple of corners, but he managed all right.
Yeah, well done. As we're just about to watch our start, the other one, we'll finish this one off.